Hey friends, welcome to video number 4 related to personality development. In my last video, we spoke about Myers-Briggs 16 personality traits, where I covered 7 personality traits. Let's start now with the 8th one. The 8th personality trait according to Myers-Briggs model is when we are talking about tough-minded. A person who is tough-minded will not easily melt and will not easily be influenced by the others, because that person is having that kind of firmness in his or her personality. And in contrast to tough-minded, we have people who are very sensitive-minded. Now, often these sensitive-minded people will be influenced by the thought process of others and will try to get drifted away by the thought process of others. Now, next one is related to trusting. Now, people who are belonging to the category of trusting have full trust in their subordinates, in their family members, in their friends, cousins, relatives, so on and so forth. Because of this ability to trust others, the life goes very smoothly. And on the other hand, if the people who are very suspicious minded will have the suspicion all the time. What is this person doing? Is that person doing right to me? Or is he doing something wrong to me? Under these kind of thought processes, all the time you will have a kind of fear factor when you are a suspicious minded person. Then the next kind of quality is when you are talking about practical minded and imaginative minded. A person who is practical minded will always think about the things in a practical way, will not have that imaginary world in front of him or her. On other hand, a person who is having that kind of imaginative mind will all the time be surrounded by imaginations. Maybe that person will try to build castles in the air, because it's very important and suggested that a person should be practical, because the life doesn't go in imagination, it always believes in the practicality part. Then the next set of personality trait is when you are talking about forthright versus contradictory to that is shrewd. When a person is forthright, is that person is speaking very outspoken and very to the point without hurting the feelings of others, not being offensive, talking directly what he intends to talk to his audience. That is what is forthright. And in comparison to that is shrewd. Shrewd is a person who is trying to talk in an offensive way, trying to convey to others, but in the process trying to hurt the feelings of others. That is the meaning of word shrewd. Coming to the next set of personality trait is when you are talking about self-assured versus apprehensive. Now, a person who is self-assured will always have that kind of assurance that whatever I am doing, I believe it is correct, and so it will be obviously going to be correct. And on the other hand, person who is apprehensive will always have a kind of fear factor, phobia factor, not having belief in himself or herself, not having that kind of self-assurance quality. The next set of personality trait is when we are talking about conservative versus experimenting. A person who is conservative will always have a kind of traditional outlook in his thought process. And a person who is experimenting is always trying to believe in the experimentation part. Do and believe it. That is what is experimenting. And conservative is whatever has come, whatever has been followed, I will follow the same, because I am going to have the same kind of traditional conservative outlook. Coming to the next set of personality trait is when we are talking about group dependent and in contrast to that self-sufficient. Now, there are many people who have that kind of attitude towards life that whatever is required by me in my life, I cannot do it alone. I will need X, I will need Y for the support, I will need Z for the support. That is what is group dependent. And in contrast to that, there are people who are self-sufficient. Whatever is required for me in my life, I can do and I can handle the whole thing. That is what is self-sufficiency. Coming to the next one is uncontrolled, and in contrast to that, control. People with uncontrolled mind and uncontrolled feelings often will have to face lot of conflicts and lot of failures in life. And on the other hand, a person who is controlled and balanced in life will have less of the failures and less of the stress in his or her life. Coming to the last one is relaxed versus tense. There are people who are all the time very relaxed. It is something which is just like happy-go-lucky, relaxed, and tense means all the time you are under tension, under stress, something like that. So a person should have that kind of right attitude towards life. Neither a person should be very relaxed nor a person should be very tense all the time. So this is all about Myers-Briggs 16 personality traits model. We are going to talk about different types of personality, what are the desirable qualities in one's personality, and how you can become a leader or how you can become a team follower in my upcoming videos. For the time being, this much. Thank you so much. Happy learning.